What's up, gang? Yeah, okay. We're on. What's up, gang? Sorry, my eyes are fatigued. I already had a cup of coffee, some coffee, and got my Kirkland knockoff seltzer, or they're not seltzers, I don't know, energy drinks, but they're cheaper, so definitely better deal from Costco. Down with the man, up with the Costco. Rise up. Power to the Costco people. Power to the Costco membership. There's some stupid race happening. All these freaking runners on the street. Oh God, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure no one's... Okay. Sorry, I had to break through the zoo that is a neighborhood marathon. I don't know what is happening, actually. But, okay, quickly. Today is... Check the cool knockoff watch. I can't read it. The 27th. Yeah, 27th. About a week post show. Yeah. Peak Well show, week post show, and a day. I competed last week, Friday, won Junior Nationals. Insert confetti. Yeah, big deal. Really, I want to talk about that because like some people, content has been coming out about that. Not like a ton, just Junior Nationals, just Jordan Wynn. But it's such a weird phenomenon. Is that a phenomenon? I don't know if that's the right word. But it's such a weird thing to experience. Having strangers talk about you in like an athletic, like judge. So it's weird to have strangers talk about you, right? And one thing, like I've never been a good enough athlete in my younger years to high school years, or I guess it's just never been a big enough organization to have like, teams talk about other teams. Like, I don't know, people going online and being like, oh, we have, this high school versus this high school. We have this one competitor, Jordan Wynn, like, he might, what do you think about him? Like, I never had that. Let alone like those sports are all like skill based and you have to perform in a certain way. Bodybuilding is a judge it's a judge sport. It's a subjective judge sport. They try to make it as objective as possible. So like when you're getting people talking about you, they're judging the absolute shit out of you. I mean because that's what it is. They're like, oh, look at his fucking toenails, look at his dick hole. Look how big his legs are. All those things. They compare you. So I'm not saying like, oh, I feel so self-conscious. I mean, I do, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm trying to describe what people are judging or talking about. And I just think it's, because I've never had that, but now I do. But it's like, it's just kind of cool. Like I'm not famous by any means, but it's just kind of cool. Like it helps me feel like winning this show is a big deal. Like I know it is, but sometimes I don't feel like it is. And not saying like, oh, because I knew I was, not saying I'm cocky or anything, but because like I just don't feel like a pro. I don't feel like I don't know, like deserving it is the right word. Or what the shithole are these truck drivers doing in Utah? Yeah, cut off the entire traffic lane. You dunk. You dent head. But yeah, it's just makes you feel good. I'm not saying like I'm cocky and that I don't feel like maybe I just don't feel like I deserve to win. I don't feel like I don't. I don't know. I feel like an imposter sometimes, or maybe I just feel like I'm just doing it. I really can't put it to words. I think the best explanation is I just don't feel like a pro bodybuilder. Like, to me, that's weird. I don't know if like I have to do a pro show or win a pro show, or I think maybe like get sponsored. It's like it's a weird stigmatism, but I feel like I getting sponsored would be like doing this for a living would be like, well, yeah, I'm a pro bodybuilder. Like, it's just hard to say that because it's like a hobby. It's like, if I used to play paintball a lot, and I would go around and be like, yeah, I'm a paintball player. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like, I think it's the same epitome as some people put like classic physique competitor in their Instagram bio, or they'll put like NPC competitor. And it's like, to me, those aren't, like, that's a hobby. Like, I could quickly, just as fast, put that in my bio and take it out, and I don't feel like it wouldn't change the difference. It's like me putting like Warhammer 40k enthusiast, Warhammer 40k painter, lore master, or like Magic the Gathering enthusiast, video gamer. Sure, it's like making your Tinder profile or whatever, but I guess that's why I don't feel it, because it's like, but then again, like, the IFBB Pro title is something like pretty sought after and hard to achieve, and does take steps. Like, you can't just put it in your bio and be like, this is what I am. You have to actually earn it. But maybe it's because I earned the title of United States Marine, so like, and that is arguably, I feel like, a higher title than an IFBB Pro, and that was something that like I am and was. So it's hard I don't know, I guess it's eventually maybe it'll set in and be like, yeah, I'm a pro bodybuilder. But nonetheless, the title, as my coach had said, will stick with me for the rest of my life. It's just another little merit badge on my Boy Scout ribbon of life. I think this is what they do. Honor, courage, commitment. That's the Marine Corps core values, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Some people are talking about me. I saw this really funny, I think it was a podcast. It was a clip from a podcast. And the dude who got, I think, third in my class, like, reposted it and tagged me. And he was like, just really, really nice. He was like, when people say I should have won, I'm going to send them this. And it was like a breakdown of my physique. And, they zoomed in and they started getting, like, they grabbed, like, the show pictures, and they're like, oh my God, like, fucking drooling over my legs. Which is kind of funny. It was like two dudes, which is hilarious. The whole bodybuilding sport, like, we're drooling over other men's, like, ass and oiled up legs. That's so weird, man. But yeah, they were like, Jordan Nguyen. I was like, oh my God. Jordan Nguyen. That was a classic. But yeah, it's just cool. It's cool that strangers are talking about me. Like, people are commenting. I read the comments, and they're just like, yeah, great physique, blah, blah, blah. It feels good, man. I know we all say we don't need external validation, but maybe it's in the category of want external validation, because it always feels good. You can't deny that. It always feels good. I went to a tattoo convention yesterday, and it was supposed to be like I guess there was Magic the Gathering there too, so I thought it was going to be a little more nerd convention, but there was only one stand with Magic Gathering cards. And, I don't fit the role, I don't fit the appearance of a Magic the Gathering player, so they always ask me, you play? And I'm like, yeah, I like to sling some cardboard, and it's kind of funny. But I'm wearing my cutoff, the tank top I'm wearing today. And it's a cutoff D&D shirt with a Taraxagon, I think they're called. They're like poisonous dragons. Or they're not dragons, but they're like poisonous beasts, that pseudo-dragons without wings. I don't know. And, I'm super pumped up because it's still 1 week post-show. And it's just funny. The reactions, I get a lot of funny jokes. And, wow, dude, you got stung by a bee. And it's always funny. Always looks good, man. And I just remember going to Thailand and like, you want to talk about like, let alone I'm a taller white guy, but now I'm a taller and bigger white guy. Like, talk about being a zoo animal on the street. And it's always funny. You know, this is what I wanted. I can't complain about it. And I do kind of, there are a few times when people say some weird stuff and it's like, I don't know why you would ever say that to a stranger. Like, holy social norms, buddy. But most of the time it's like, it's just, it's good laughs, you know. It's pretty funny. Like, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the external validation. It's not what I do it for, but I'll take it any day of the week. But yeah, I feel great, Mr. Watcher, Mr. and Mrs. Watcher, therapist. You are my one-way therapist. But I feel great. I have food in me. I have a lot of food in me. Oh my God. We went from like 2 cups of rice to now 7 cups of rice a day. And the first day I ate that, I was just like, oh my God, this is too much food. Like, what the fuck? How much does it do this? Like, this is crazy. Like, why did we jump so fast? Next day, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. Oh my God. Like, what the frick, dude? What the frickin' heck, dude? I got so hungry, and I'm super hungry. I wake up and my stomach's like in pain because I'm hungry. Like, don't know if you ever felt that. Excuse me. Very unladylike. So that's a good sign. It is arguably harder after the show because you don't have like a goal in mind, and I think you do get more hungry because your body starts taking in more carbs, and you're like, your body's like still in a starvation state, and you're like, just give me more food. Like, I could be full to the point of puking, like in pain, like stomach in pain, and the little voice in my head, like that feeling is still like, eat more food. It is such a weird feeling, but everything else feels amazing. I feel I'm still light, but I get these crazy pumps. Like, I'm super pumped up. I have a ton of energy. I'm still like super like efficient minded. Like, when you get really lean, like, you just become super efficient. And you're like, so I still have that. Like, I'm still like, all right, like, let's knock all these things out. Like, I feel ready to go. Like, when I'm, you know, half a year from now, when I'm going to be like 260, like, holy crap, all I want to do is lay on the couch, do nothing. I don't want to move. But I feel great. Like, I get excited, like, to go to sleep so I can wake up and walk my dogs, or dog, because one of them's a little shit terrorist that keeps getting hurt. And he keeps getting benched. Like, it's great. I feel amazing. Like, this is like probably the best time during prep is after, obviously. But I feel like it's reversed. It's like a little shit sandwich. So 4 weeks before the show, we really kicked things into gear because I had to make weight, and I was dragging ass. The entire prep was great. I was like easy peasy, you know. I'm moving a lot. Most we did was like 30 minutes of cardio 5 times a week. That's like unheard of. And then we stopped doing cardio and I was just doing walks, and I was like, it was cruising. It was easy peasy. And then the 4 weeks out, and we were like, hey, we're stuck at like 227 and I have to make weight like 217. I started dragging ass. We pulled a bunch of carbs. I was like, oh my God. Every day I was just like, this sucks. And now, flip it, do the show 4 weeks post, you know, those 4 terrible weeks I invested are now recouping dividends of like, I feel great. Granted, you could say the dividends were winning, but I'm comparing the time frame. So yeah, I feel awesome. Have the energy. I'm excited to like film and vlog. I do have a shit ton of editing to do. I haven't had time. I know, woe is me. But yeah, I get pumps really easy. The gym is really fun. Which is crazy, I feel amazing going in the morning. Like, you know, you talked to Past Jordan a year ago, he'd be like, going in the morning, are you crazy? Now it's like, I feel like the best time. I get to have my food in, I go for the walk, it's right before work, I get to knock it out, nobody's there, so I film. Especially a Saturday morning, it's gonna be empty. And then I get the rest of the day to just do all the things I need to do. It's not like looming over my head like I still need to go to the gym. I still need to go to the gym. And I can always wake up a little earlier. Granted, I have been getting like no sleep because I've been staying up because we've been really busy. But hopefully that'll change. I mean, I already have a big cup of coffee. Also, really quick, before I get into the gym, I forgot to mention this. Coffee. Oh, my Lanta. So I always develop weird cravings in prep. This year was country music and coffee. So the coffee, I was like, yeah, you know, I've just been drinking it black during prep because like anything in my mouth feels great. It sounds so weird. Like always having like anything but like flavored. So like flavored water, coffee, even though black coffee still tastes like dookie and burnt dirt. But I digress. We had like this oat milk or oat creamer. So I was like, screw it, I'll give it a try. So I grabbed some sweetener, super sweetened up my coffee, put some of this oat creamer in there. Oh my God, dude, this is what I've been missing out on. And so we're like, you're drinking a milkshake. It's like, yeah, no shit, but it tastes amazing. Oh, black's gonna put some hair on your chest. Brother, I got hair coming out of my nipples and on my back. I don't need any more hair on my chest. All right? Shit, take some of it away. If this exotic oat goat vegan latte is going to take some of it away and make me a little less manly, so be it. Yeah, and that's the other thing about being a bigger guy. Because I can do whatever I want. I could drink a little pink coffee mug that's latte vegan espresso mix. I don't know any of the names. What are you going to say? What are you going to say, dude? I'm not manly enough? All right, brother, with your wrist thin biceps, tell me I'm not manly enough. I don't know. I would never say that. But something else I was going to mention, it'll probably crash into me once I get into the gym, so I'll mention it there. We're doing back day. Super pumped up. Focus on arms. I trained calves yesterday, so I might do some abs. Because, man, I just want a cool six-pack. So. My eyes. I'm tired, but the caffeine is hitting and the beta-alanine, man. Also, that's the other thing. My tire exploded on the way to work. That was awesome. I'll talk about that in a sec. Yeah, so on my way to work, I hit, I don't even know what, some black object in the road. I didn't have time to look at it. And exploded my rear tire. So I have to replace both rear tires, man. And it always happens, like looking at getting a new phone for like $850. Then I gotta, it always happens. I'm always like, when I'm debating some big purchase, an accident, and my dogs have to go to the ER, blow up tires, have to replace them. And it's like, well, there's that phone money. Like, not debating it anymore. Like, there's all that money. Poof. Like when it rains, it pours, you know? I don't know, first world problems. But it's just like, we're looking at a new freezer, like a chest freezer. You know, $200. And then like, oh, dog has to go to the ER. $1,000 later. Still waiting for this moment, for the everything that happens for a reason. Still waiting for that one. All right, big back. All right. establishing a baseline, but let's yank this shit. I'm feeling healthy. I think I can go up pretty much 100. You know, I find it something kind of funny about being super lean. Hold on, let me restart. Out of the 5 people that watch these, 2 of them are my parents. So I think it's awesome. My mom tells me when they first discovered my YouTube channel, I had like 10 videos out. They watched like all of them together. So cute. And like my mom was telling me like you could hear like my voice in my dad's office. My dad gives me like critiques like, hey, I can barely hear you. But it's still a funny video and it's just like so awesome. Like that makes like this vlogging like worth it, you know? Just that my parents enjoy it and my relatives that like they get to they say like we get to see like an insight into Jordan's life. And it's like I'm not there anymore with them, so it's like it's just cool. So every time I'm feeling I always think like, hey, my parents are probably watching. Not that I'm not trying to like hide anything, not that way, but like I feel like I'm talking to them. I'm gonna start crying. But I wanted to mention this kind of like I was too prideful to text my dad, but over Nationals was Father's Day, like that Sunday, and all I had in my mind was competition and Father's Day were near the same time, and I was so brain dead because I was no food, no water, that I think the Thursday or the Friday, the show was on Friday, I think the Thursday before, I was like, happy Father's Day. He didn't say anything, but he was like, oh, thank you, do good on your show. And I was like, oh shit, that wasn't Father's Day. And the next day I was on happy Father's Day. It still wasn't Father's Day. And then I did it again the day after. And then I didn't do it on Father's Day because I wished on Father's Day 3 times. No one corrected me until Lauren told me later. But Dad, that is why I was brain dead and didn't realize and too prideful to say I'm sorry, so. Oh yeah, come on. I find this kind of funny is, you know, you always get the post-show critiques. I mentioned before, everyone judging you. Well, my coach and I talked like what I think I need to bring up, and you know, talked about more chest. I think that was the biggest thing. Calves and back, always back. And then he reached out to Terrence Ruffin, the Terrence Ruffin, crazy. And Terrence was like, inner thighs, triceps, arms, so that's awesome. I think he said Terry's too. And then Andrew Barry, reached out to him. and he said everything that wasn't said yet. So I just think it's hilarious. Like, everyone has their own like critiques on what needs to come up, and at the end of the day, it's just everything. So I think the only thing we'll probably change is like more focus on the chest, like critiquing more form, because I only hammered it a little bit. Like, focus has always been back, but chest only came into the picture like last year, and hammer calves some more, and then the only thing that'll really change is probably more days hitting arms. So I ain't complaining about that. Having big arms is pretty cool. At least no one said shoulders. They even said glutes. Fuck me, man. I have to do some bikini workouts. Come on. Alright. For all those that waited this far, waited this long, you get your little treat. You get your little Oreo. Shirtless Jordan. No one's here, or not a lot of people, so I can do it right here. Get some good lighting. And I don't feel like walking upstairs. They have like IKEA spiral stairs here that are gonna literally break when I climb them. So every time I don't have to climb those stairs is a plus. I did train abs and didn't show it, so cry about it. I need a sword. So I don't know what this pose is called, but when I was at the tattoo place, I saw a tattoo of Poseidon doing this pose. He had the trident in one hand, and he was like swishing water. So maybe that's called the Poseidon pose. But I know Mike the Badass does it, and that's why I started doing it, because I thought it looked cool. I need to put my hands higher on this. I'm doing it down here, and my lats are insert too high, so. Oh my god. It's funny, when I competed in bodybuilding, I like barely had practiced any of the bodybuilding poses. Like, I was just winging them. I think they turned out okay. Like, the most muscular is not hard to do, you know? You just with the lat. Nipple shot. What the fuck, man? Yeah. have some post-show comparisons from a year ago that I gotta do. Oh, my back is so pumped up, man. All right. All right, I feel good. Probably a little too much distractions. Might have been on my phone a little too much. Don't tell anyone. I'm looking at all the things I shouldn't buy and be financially responsible. Like, I don't need a new gun. At least that's what responsible Jordan would say. But new sunglasses would be kind of cool. Some ones that don't look so I carry a gun. I don't know. But yeah, I feel good. I feel like I'm always gonna feel this way, but every time I'm done with the gym, I'm like, I should have gone harder. But no, I felt good. I did abs, trained arms. This weekend, we're having ribs tonight. The lovely lady's making some ribs and some elote salad, which is just like Mexican corn and some Mexican cheese, but she makes it some special type of way. I don't know, man. With love and care. So it's so good. I'm very excited. Maybe I'll get some chips. Have a little cheat meal. And then I'll check in tomorrow with my coach and go back to fucking work, dude. But, and then we're gonna, you know, week after post show, we'll re-talk training, which is always really fun. You know, I think talking training and like, it's kind of like the equivalent of like talking gun gear in the gun community. Like, it's very like, it can be very basic or it can be very advanced, but it's like tailored towards me. Like, hey, like, we want to bring up your arms, so like, let's talk about what you're doing. Like, okay, 2 sets or one time a week you're training arms. Okay, well, we have a lot of place to growth there. We could add like some arms in here and here, and it's like, it's just exciting stuff. Like, hell yeah, we're making change for better. You know, change is hard, but it's also like, it's exciting in this aspect, because you're like, oh, like this change is gonna help. But don't get too carried away, mister, because I feel like that's a downfall of a lot of new people, is they're like, you know, 2 weeks they're like bench pressing, and then they're like the next week they see Joe Schmo influencer doing like side pushes or some bullshit, and they're like, I need to do that. And it's like, what the fuck? Makes me ask, like, when people ask me, like, should I do hammer curls or like to turn my pinky up to my nose? And it's like, you really think turning your pinky in more is gonna change your bicep growth that much, especially when you just started or can't even be in the gym? How about work on being in the gym consistently for 1 week or something like that? I don't know. People like, I always tell people like, hey, focus on the macro, not the micro. Like, I don't give a rat's ass about how you do your bicep curls as long as you're doing them. Oh, should I do, you know, like incline bench machine? We have this like Nautilus Giga Chad machine incline bench. And it's like, dude, I don't freaking care. Like, I don't think other people should care either. Like, the fact that people need to pay $100, dude, some of these gyms, $100 a month. That's crazy, dude. I pay like $50 a month, and that is crazy. Gym memberships are out of control, dude. Holy crap. What are you paying for? Equipment that, scratches your nipple a little more, gets you a little more deeper? Bro, pay $10 a month and go to EOS, big box gym, and just use the goddamn dumbbells. Their dumbbells go up to like 120. That's good for most people. And if not, stack a friggin' barbell on there. I don't know, dude. That's crazy to me. So, where the heck was I going with this rant? I don't know. Focus on the macro, not the micro. And yes, we're going to talk training. I think I'm at, I don't know, am I at advanced level? I think I'm at an above beginner level, above average level. So like talking about nuance, I mean, no, I will never like nuance. Like I need to like point my pinky up more. But we will talk like, hey, how much volume are you doing? How many sets and reps? Okay, like maybe we could add it in on this day, or just do like one really big seven set, back-to-back set. Something like that. That's fun. That's cool. Like I feel like I can talk about some certain things. Frequency is always a fun thing to talk about. Like, hey, maybe I'm hitting, arms on my push and pull days, and then I have a leg day. Maybe I hit arms on that day too. Fuck it, we ball. But yeah, I'll update that because that's, I don't know, some people, holy shit, I don't know what's going on. There's road construction. I'm crossing roads. Scary. I'll talk about that once we talk about it, because I don't know, I think that's kind of entertaining. People might care about that. I don't think my mom and dad will. So my two audience, my 2 out of the 5 audience members won't care. Maybe the other 3 will. At least my ratio to male to female is pretty high. I got usually like this fitness stuff, I feel like it's only males, but since it's just my mom and dad watching, I have a 50-50. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna end it out here. Have a fun day ahead. Make the most of it. Make the most of your day if you're watching this. If you're watching this on the toilet or wherever, leave a like. Leave a comment. Even if your comment is just comment, or actually don't do that. Just write how your day is going. Give me a little synopsis. Give me a little therapy snippet. Rant about your stupid ass coworker who doesn't know how to spell there and there differently in different contexts. Like their grammar is atrocious. Tell me about your stupid British. I'm not gonna go there. That's too personal. I'll rant about that later. But remember, your feelings are not final. The sun will rise tomorrow, and your feelings don't define you. We all go through hills and valleys, and life, ebbs and flows like the current. Sometimes we'll be down in the valley, and we look up at the peak. We just can't see above that peak, but you will come out of it. The sun will rise tomorrow. Your feelings don't define you. Reach out to somebody. Remember, you are loved. And hang in there. All right. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one.